Hey everyone, my name is Hank, lead technical sales here at Campfire, and today, incredibly excited to show you the Campfire platform. Campfire is the leading, industry leading AI native ERP platform for mid market businesses. So if you're a company that's between like 50 to 5,000 folks in headcount, we're a fantastic solution to not just manage your accounting platform, but to help automate a lot of the day to day financial tasks that you have within your software stack. This is the front page of Campfire. So whenever you log in for the first time, this is what you'll see. I have a couple KPIs and metrics that come out of the box. A couple reminders too about like overdue receivables, payables, and categorized transactions as well. Here at Campfire, we're here to give you fantastic metrics and insights into your business, not just in customizable KPIs and metrics like you see here, but also really fantastic GL reporting that we can see here with like an income statement. And every accounting, every ERP system comes with an income statement. So we'll try to highlight some of the unique aspects that we provide. The first thing that comes into mind is a lot of folks will come to us and say, hey, we're in QuickBooks right now and we struggle because we're multi-entity and we have like 5 different QuickBooks accounts. How can we consolidate within a system like Campfire? And the answer is that we're fully multi-entity supportive. So you can set up as many entities as you need to within the Campfire platform. Entity 1, Entity 2, top level, the total consolidated eliminations as well. We even have intercompany automation when it comes to intercompany transactions, where if you're booking an intercompany transaction, we can even find all the intercompany dollar amounts and book them automatically to the elimination subsidiary at period close. So fully multi-entity supportive within Campfire. We're also fully multi-currency supportive as well. So if you have multiple different currencies within the platform, we can set up as many currencies as you need to within Campfire free of charge. We not only track the transacting currency, all the exchange rates that we bring for you every day, but we also do the revaluations on a transactional basis and a period close basis too. So if you transact across a bunch of different currencies and a bunch of different entities, we have all the automation to make sure you're reporting correctly and accurately across all your different entities, and then of course all your different currencies as well. Something a lot of customers come to us too is they'll say that, in QuickBooks or Xero or even some of the mid-market legacy ERP systems, that they really struggle with all the custom segments and custom dimensions. They want to track more detailed information in their accounting platform, but in a QuickBooks, you kind of just get department and maybe class if you're lucky. Within Campfire, you have unlimited custom tags and custom dimensions. So you can track, of course, your kind of department and your class and everything like that. But you can also create unlimited numbers of different groups like line of business, location, product lines, individual projects. You can run project P&Ls, for example. You can create as many different one of these tag groups as you need to with many different options as you need to. So unlimited custom tags and breaking out reports by location, column by different tags and everything like that. One other thing a lot of customers really like is that our approach to reporting is very pivot table like, which means in a pivot table, you can pick and choose the columns like we've seen so far. You can also pick the rows as well. So if we move to, let's say, the departments and the rows, we can break out OpEx. And if we open up G&A here and open up legal and have the legal GL accounts underneath it, we have all the GL accounts that are hitting the legal department under the parent G&A department, under OpEx, and because we have these on a row basis, we can now view these on a month-by-month comparison. So you can break out and have like 3-dimensional reports within Campfire. Pick and choose the way you want to organize the rows, then pick and choose how you want to organize the columns too for fully functional reporting within the Campfire platform. So hope you've seen so far that Campfire not only has all the same reporting functionality and features that you have in like a legacy mid-market ERP system, we also have a really easy to approach and really easy to use reporting platform within Campfire too, with a next-gen consumer-grade user interface. Whether it's a report that comes out of the box, like an income statement or some of the other pre-saved reports we also have Ember AI, which is your kind of LLM tool that you have within Campfire. So within Campfire, we're the first AI native ERP system that was actually built like post ChatGPT 3.0. So when we built the database model and all the database structures within Campfire, we built it with AI in mind, meaning you need to have as many custom dimensions, custom tags, and all this detail within your transactional level data so you can feed it into an AI tool to build custom reports and custom functions just by using like natural language within the system. So one of the most common ones we see from customers is like actually building a flux analysis. So let's say you're closing the August 2025 books, and I'll zoom in here for us to see. We can create like a flux analysis, use like a 5% threshold for fluctuations, a $2,000 materiality threshold. I'll put this prompt into the system, and then we'll actually be able to find like the differences in the ending TB balances between the month by month and then actually develop an understanding of why there is a difference. So you have here all the ending trial balance values on a month-by-month basis, and you can kind of see for all these GL accounts here, all the differences in the percentage and the dollar value. And we're actually looking at the very transactional level detail underneath it. So all the journal entries, all the vendor bills, all the customer invoices, the dollar values, the dates, the descriptions of all of those, developing an understanding of why there could be a difference month to month. And we'll spit out this report for you that'll give out, here's your GL account, here's period 1 and period 2, the difference as a percentage and a number. Then most importantly is all of the commentary being written as well. So the first level draft of the commentary of why there could be a difference. If there's a significant revenue recognition event from a specific customer, having that plugged into the system, specific transactions or vendor bills that run one period over another will show up in the flux analysis for you to report off of. And what a lot of customers are doing today is that they're using this as a fantastic first draft into their actual variance analysis. They're downloading this into Excel, and of course you have all the numbers. You have all the numbers and values and all the math that we did with the TB balances. But when they're actually going through this report, when they actually go back into the actual detail, they'll read all the commentary, and guess what? The first thing they're going to look at when they audit revenue recognition and the variance is this significant transaction from this specific customer here. So that's the first thing they'll look for. So it's a really great first step to help you automate a lot of your period close checklist steps. So fantastic AI tools within Campfire. And it's not just like the flux analysis. We can actually use Ember to build like custom reports and custom audit processes. So what a lot of customers will do is to help accelerate their period close process, they'll create an Ember prompt that they tag to their close checklist that says, hey, we're trying to close our October books. Can you do missing accrual analysis by looking at all the vendor bills that have come in October 2025 and see if based on those vendor bills we could be missing an accrual for September 2025. Please give this response in table format where we can see all the potential missing accruals in a row-based level. So we'll give it a really strong prompt here. And then what Ember will do is it'll kickstart off this prompt. And while it kind of loads and goes through this process, you can actually add these prompts to your period close checklist. So you can actually add these and have them auto run for you on a month-by-month basis. Really great thing about Ember is that actually gives you all the source data as well. So you can see all of the vendor bills that have come in recently in October, and they'll actually perform the missing accrual analysis for you as well. So it'll try to find if there's like any descriptions or any details that maybe should have been in September, and they can actually auto book the journal entry for you if you ask it to prepare the journal entry, of course with the right approvals and everything like that and right permissions, but can actually generate all of the accrual journal entries and book directly with your ledger. So just kind of imagine if you have every step in your period close process that you might have in like a Google Sheet or like in your ERP system, but having AI auto draft a lot of these checks and balances for you to help you automate your period close process. We see tons of customers go from oftentimes like a 10 to 15 day close down to just 1 to 2 days within Campfire because of all these background processes that are being run using AI to help facilitate their period close process and audit checks. And we can kind of see here, here's a response. Here's all the bills that came in recently, the bill numbers, the prepaid expense category, if there was like a expense category, and then all of the reasons why there could be, a missing accrual here. So I'll extend this, the accrual risk, and what we want to be able to test based off this recommendation. So missing accruals is something we can do. And then of course, if we want to actually generate the journal entry, we can say something like, hey, we're trying to, can you generate a legal expense accrual journal entry for September 2025 using a 3-month historical average. And again, you can have this prompt rerun automatically for you on a month-by-month basis. We'll generate the prompt, and then it'll actually pull all the source data. So it'll find the chart of accounts and the GL accounts that are related to legal expenses. Then it'll find all the source data for all the vendor bills and the transactions. So June to August 2025, all those transactions that we have here. Find the vendor list of all the relevant vendors that we have, and then it'll actually generate the journal entry for you as well to prepare the journal entry that's going to be posted to your actual ledger. Of course, all of these, and you can see the math that it's doing here on the left-hand side of the screen, generating the journal entry, so preparing the JE, we just need to hit create transaction to actually book it to the ledger. And of course, we are fully like SOC 1, SOC 2 compliant, have incredible internal controls here at Campfire. So only those with the right approvals can actually execute and create the transaction. And of course, it goes through the same approval process as a normal journal entry within your ERP platform. So full auditability when it comes to creating transactions and posting to the ledger directly out of the Campfire AI platform. But these are just a couple examples that we see of customers that are leveraging our AI tool to help automate their period close process, to automate their day-to-day tasks within the Campfire platform. We have a fully built out ERP platform outside of AI though, so we'll go back into the system here and we'll show one thing that a lot of customers really like, which is our close checklist. We have a native close checklist within Campfire. So if you've used like a Flowcast, if you've used like a numeric, or if you've used any sort of tool in the past, a Blackline, we have our own version of that free of charge within Campfire. So you can amortize prepaids and a couple tasks we have out of the box, like depreciating fixed assets, amortization of prepaids, automatically running eliminations for the eliminations journal entry, flux analysis. Here's some of the AI prompts we saw earlier, revenue journal entries when it comes to revenue recognition. All these tools we have out of the box, and all we need to do is just hit run for the amortization of prepaids, and we'll actually auto-generate the journal entry for you. It doesn't, again, post until you hit save transaction, but we're calculating and doing the math for all your amortization records on prepaids and automatically booking the journal entry for you. You can review all of the departments and the vendor names, and the descriptions and the dollar values, and tie them back to your vendor bills. We prepare all this information for you, so you just have one click of a button, maybe a review process, and you're done for this task. That's a lot of time is taking customers, a couple hours every month to just manage this within Excel. So full automation for like prepaids, fixed assets as well. We can depreciate as many fixed assets as we need to, eliminations, everything like that. Revaluations, we have automation steps to help you accelerate this part of your period close process. And one more thing as well is that we can create kind of custom items within our close checklist. So if you have like a Google Sheet that's like shared from user to user that just manages like all of your tasks you need to close, you can actually create custom items within Campfire and say, hey, we'll put a section here and we'll call this, can we look at legal expense accrual journal entries? We can have a custom task require a journal entry, so it actually links a journal entry or prompts Ember, and then actually gives and assigns a team member for that as well. So we can assign the team members. Once we assign a team member a specific custom task, we can see who it was completed by, reviewed by, links to the journal entries that are being created, subsequent attachment support, notes, due dates, everything like that to help automate and track your period close process. Of course, we are a fully functional ERP system, so everything you need when it comes to intercompany journal entries, vendor invoices, revenue recognition as well. We have a full order to cash, revenue recognition, invoice collections, dunning module, vendor bills, vendor management, credit and debit memos, amortization on prepaids, fixed assets, the GL, auto cash application, the close management tool, approvals, everything like that that you expect in a legacy mid-market ERP system, we repackage for you in a next-gen consumer-grade user interface that's a very fresh user interface and enjoyable to use and look at, and combine that on top of AI tools as well. So utilizing AI to actually help you accelerate a lot of the tasks you have on a day-to-day basis. Something that we'll be announcing very, very soon is our announcement of our large accounting model. So we are actually building our own foundational AI model within Campfire. So in the future, in 2026, every single one of Campfire's customers will have an AI model in the back end that's trained on just their data. It's localized to just their Campfire instance and just their Campfire account. That's auto-categorizing every transaction that comes in the bank by reading the description and seeing your past categorization. It's matching between your payments and your invoices automatically based off of dollar values and descriptions. It's performing all of these kind of manual tasks for you, like parsing through vendor bill PDFs and automatically creating an accrual or amortization, prepaid amortization schedule and journal entry for you, doing all of the easy stuff for you in the back end, easy but repetitive tasks, so that your accounting team can then focus and scale onto strategic work that they love working on instead of managing everything in Excel. So I hope you can really see the vision of Campfire for what we're looking to build. We're looking to build a fantastic ERP platform that does all of the accounting automation that you expect out of your typical ERP platform, but then again, combining that with AI tools to help you get rid of a lot of those repetitive tasks that your team works on and focus on the really enjoyable strategic work that your team will be working on instead to help really grow and scale the business. I hope you'll join us within this journey here at Campfire. And we're excited to meet with you and hopefully get you on the Campfire platform. So thank you so much.